Hi and welcome to another video update from the Fire Brigade Union. Once again, in unusual circumstances caused, of course, by the current COVID-19 lockdown. However, we're joined by General Secretary Matt Rack to discuss some quite serious pension issues. Now, Matt, the union has been involved or is currently involved in legal proceedings in regard to two pension issues. The first one is, of course, in regard to the discrimination claim that was won last year. However, there is a further update, and in fact, the union is now asking members involved in that case to make further registrations through the website. What actually are we asking members to do and why?
So, Tam, hello and hello everyone. We won this important case on behalf of our members and indeed on behalf of members of other public sector schemes, as it turns out, in the Court of Appeal. And we demonstrated that the government's protection arrangements, when they force people off the old schemes onto the new one, the protection arrangements were discriminatory. So we won the case for our members and other people who were discriminated against. We're now looking at how they put that right. And that includes claims now that we intend to pursue for financial loss and what is called injury to feelings. So the difficulties that have been caused to our members as a result of the government's decisions. So what we're opening up, on the website, the union's website, people need to pay attention and read carefully the advice on the website. We're inviting people who have already registered with us. They may not need to add anything, but if they wish to do so, they can add further information. That might be some personal details about their personal circumstances, their mortgage, injury to feelings, and so on. And there's a mechanism to provide that. And that should be done by the end of May 2020. And that's all very carefully set out on the website. So I'd urge people to read that, identify which group they are in, and follow the instructions on the website. But secondly, we're opening up to people who were members of a scheme before April 2012, but have not currently registered a claim with us. So there will be another group of members again covered by that, and that includes members of the local government scheme. So again, I would urge people to read carefully the union's website, the section on this issue, read the briefing, the background to it, identify which scheme you're covered by, which category you fit into, and follow the instructions that are set out very carefully on the website, and we will then take that case forward.
Okay, Matt, so just for clarity, because it is quite a complex issue, what we're asking members to do is, as long as they were in the fire service in April 2012 and a member of the pension scheme, we're asking them to go to the FB website and then follow either two routes. Either if they have submitted a claim in 2015, there's a route to follow, or if they didn't submit a claim, we're now asking them to do that, yeah?
Yes, and if they'd already submitted a claim with us and they're registered, and there are 6,000 or so registered with us already, they may determine that there's nothing further to add to that, and that's perfectly fine as well. But if they're in doubt, submit the form again.
And Matt, just for absolute clarity, this isn't just for whole-time firefighters, is it? This is for firefighters in the whole-time service, retained duty system service, and of course, control members as well.
Indeed, yes. Anyone who was a member of the scheme in April 2012.
Okay, Matt, now there's a very obvious question I think all of us who are union officials are getting asked just now. For firefighters who are due to retire now, and who were part of this claim, which of course we did succeed in last year, they'll be expecting to retire under the terms of the firefighters pension scheme. Is that what is happening now? And if not, what advice can we give them?
That's a very important point, and it is extremely frustrating where we are on this issue. So that if, for example, they were members of the 1992 scheme, the judgment is that they are entitled to be treated as though they are still members of the 1992 scheme, and that's what should be happening to them. The problem we have is that the government has not issued guidance to fire service employers about how to apply that legal judgment. And we are pursuing this. It will already be affecting people who are retiring on health grounds, for example, whether that we are insisting they should be dealt with under the correct scheme, and we're aware of cases where that's not happening. And we're also, people will now be able to retire on grounds of age and should be retiring under the terms of the legal judgment. And the government, as I say, has not issued the guidance to employers about how to apply that. So we've had meetings with the Home Office where we are raising that issue, and I've got a meeting due with the Minister. We'll be raising it there. And frankly, if necessary, we will have to seek legal advice and consider whether we have to take the government back to court. They've had months now to apply the outcome of that judgment, and that's delay enough. They need to get on and get the finger out and get a move on, giving our members what they're entitled to.
Absolutely, Matt. Well, just to finish up, just to be absolutely clear, we are now asking members in regard to the first case to actually do something. So if you were a member of the Fire and Rescue Service and a member of the pension scheme in April 2012, please follow the link that's in the bottom of the screen now. If you'd registered and submitted a claim in 2015, there's one avenue to follow. If you didn't fill in a claim form in 2015, there's quite another. So please go to our website, read the information and undertake that task. For more general updates, of course, you can just go to the main page of our website, which is www.fbu.org.uk. Or for more immediate updates, please follow us on Twitter. That's simply @FBU National. Thanks for joining us, and Matt, thanks very much indeed for your time.
Thanks, Sam, and take care, everyone.